Hi guys, today is the day. I am so excited. I am gonna go see Pet Sematary. I'm majorly excited because I've managed to avoid all of the trailers, even though I have been seeing trailers even today, people releasing the final trailer. See the final trailer before the movie, why? I do want to let you guys know I will not include any clips in this video at all of the trailer. I know I sometimes include some trailer clips and I make sure they're not spoilers, but I'm not gonna do that at all because I know you guys have been avoiding it just as much as me. I think that there's been 2 or 3 times where I've run out of cinemas, starting way back when I went to go see Lords of Chaos, up till when I went and saw Us for the first time. So I'm not gonna do that to you guys. This is just gonna be me talking, no clips. I'm not gonna do photos, not gonna do anything, because I want you guys to have the same experience I had. And I know a lot of you guys watch this who do not want spoilers. So this is 100% spoiler free. And if the film, I feel like there's stuff I have to talk about, I'll save it for another video. Anyway. So today I'm gonna go see Pet Sematary, and this is the weirdest intro ever because I have nothing to say about it. I have not even looked it up on IMDb, obviously, because I feel like there's gonna be so many things giving away different points. And with what I've heard about spoilers, I could definitely piece together some things. I do know there is a couple of differences, so I'm very excited to see how it turns out. I don't have high expectations, but I am excited to finally see it because I don't know, I just want it to be kind of done, not done as in I won't enjoy the film, but done as in I don't have to worry about or stress about seeing any spoilers. And I'm actually really interested to see how they do. Obviously, I had a huge recap watching Pet Sematary and rehashing the book by listening to the audio book by Michael C. Hall. If you haven't checked out that video, please do. It doesn't have any spoilers, obviously, regarding this movie. And it's just rehashing everything and the differences. So I'm really excited just to see the story be retold, and I'm not really mad about it anymore. I don't think I was ever really mad about it, but I'm just excited to see what they will do. I have heard mixed opinions. I have heard that people walked out of the initial screening saying it was good. This was critics, but I know people who have seen it already here in Australia. They did an advanced screening last week, and people said it was bad. But who knows? Who knows? We're gonna find out. I'm very excited, and I'm gonna go to Event Cinemas and check out their Fright Night, and I'm very excited. Let's go, guys!
Screaming?
Oh my god.
Screaming!
Oh my god, look. I love this. Thank you.
Really, these masks are... I love this screaming.
Turn to the side, eh? I can see them in there. Oh my god. It's so scary. Oh my god. I knew it was coming. Hi guys, I just finished watching Pet Sematary 2019. What are you waiting for me to say? Do you think I'm gonna say it's bad? Do you think I'm gonna say it's good? What do you think? I didn't really like it. No! Okay, no, wait. There's some redeeming qualities, so hold on, because it's actually quite complicated to talk about, but I'm gonna do this spoiler-free because it's a challenge I like to give myself. If you've not seen the original or read the book, this movie is about the Creeds and family that show up to their new house with a giant freeway in front of it, and also a pet cemetery attached to their property. And they find out that this pet cemetery, beyond it, is something very magical. It's actually this burial ground where the ground has turned sour after being touched by the Wendigo, and things that get buried there can come back, and maybe, just maybe, sometimes dead is better. Okay. The thing about this, if you haven't watched my video that I referred to before, which is like the movie versus the book, the first movie, it is very important when you think about this movie. Well, just knowing the book, it makes more sense in this version, I have to say. I love the first movie 100%, and it's so much better than this movie, but it does have a few, I won't say plot holes, but it just has a few things that don't make quite sense, relationships, reasonings, and things like that. And in this movie, they pretty much take out all of those bits and pieces that don't really mesh well with the story. So for example, something that won't spoil anything, Church does not get his nuts cut off in this film, and that was something that, you know, filled up time in the original, and although there was a point to it, they find a workaround in this movie. And that's what this movie is all about. It's all about workarounds and replacing certain characters, certain character relationships with things that make more sense to a movie, to a concise movie. So the original movie, there's a lot of stuff left out, and a lot of why would they do that? Why is he doing that? Why is he doing that? And in this movie, everyone's intentions are quite well shown. So I do applaud them for that. Language is definitely nodding at the book as well. There's a lot of little bits put in which were not in the original movie that just make a little bit more sense in this. And the lure of the Pet Sematary, or I guess the beyond the Pet Sematary, the burial ground, is very much more, it makes more sense in this movie, and it is referred to, you know, as a lure, which it just makes so much more sense in this movie. And I guess that they really try to drive home the dead is better and the whole relationship with all of the characters and death. In saying that, the relationships between the characters were very much so different. Judd and Lewis don't have the same kind of relationship, but again, there's a reason for that, and it's more to cut out time and to save those relationships to go a different way, which makes sense. Once you've seen the whole film, you'll understand why they did certain things. So I have to say that this is a logical workaround, where the original film is more about heart, soul, drama, theatrics, and this one is more about logic, if you want to say that. In saying that, there was a lot of fantasy in this movie, which was very unexpected for me, but I think it looked cool. I do think that there were some parts that looked aesthetic for the point of being aesthetic, especially Ellie's room. It was very kind of Pottery Barn, if I have to give it a term, and I felt like I really liked in the original movie that it seemed more like a home, and just the kids seem more like kids. In this movie though, they got Gage like to look exactly the same as the original movie, which is insane. Saying this, I keep saying remake, original film, blah blah. This is just a readaptation. Like, it really does not take anything from the first film. It just reworks a lot of the material. And one thing that I will say, Zelda in this movie is so messed up, and I really like the way they did it. Also, again, with the justification, it's a very different in this movie, and Zelda has a lot to do with that. Wow. If you're gonna see the movie for anything, see it for the Zelda part alone, because I did not think that Zelda could get more creepy. All in all, I actually think that this movie is a lot darker, a lot grittier, and just drives home the point about death a lot more, and it's just a lot more straightforward with it. I did feel like I was going through the motions as a Pet Sematary mega fan. I felt like, wow, this is gonna happen, and this is gonna happen, and this is gonna happen, and although there was a rocky, different kind of ride, I don't like the ending, let's say that. I respect this movie. I do. I hate saying that, but I do. And halfway through, I was like, man, I really like where this is going. Towards the end, not so much, but some people really will, and I can understand why people liked it, and it does respect the book, and that's all you can really ask for. In saying all of that, I am actually going to give it a 5 out of 10, because I do respect this movie, but it's just not for me. I think that it did a lot of really cool things, and it showed how to make a movie that is larger than life, or a story that is larger than life, and turn it into a movie. And it did really correct some issues that the original movie had, even though the original movie doesn't have any issues. That's me being biased, by the way. It just didn't have the heart and soul that the original did. But also, I'm just taking it as a standalone movie and not judging against that. If I went and saw this, I'd be like, I'd be like, a cool idea. I love where they're going with the dread and, you know, death and dwelling on how insignificant we all are, all that jazz. I love that about this film, but it doesn't deliver as a standalone film for me. So that's a 5 for me. For personal, for scare though, I will give it a 6 just for Zelda because she was terrifying. And for originality, I'm gonna give it like a 3. I thought this movie was okay. It wasn't as bad as I was expecting. I have to say that. I was let down by a couple of things in there, and as I said, as a standalone movie, I would not be obsessed with this. And the original movie that was a standalone, because I hadn't read the book, I saw the movie before I read the book, that's what sold me on the story. Now I love the story even more, so coming to this readaptation, it just doesn't have the soul. It's hard for me to be unbiased on this. Anyway, I'm rambled enough. I hope you're having a great day, guys, and I do encourage you to go see this movie. I mean, go see it for horror box office numbers, and go see it for Zelda, because that is worth it. I'm gonna go and edit this, and I hope you guys enjoy this video, and if you enjoy these, come along with me. I don't think I'll do a spoiler one. I think we'll just talk about it when everyone's seen it. There's nothing I can really add to the conversation. If you guys want to know what I think about Pet Sematary, just watch my original video, and there'll be a brand new video coming up next week talking about a movie that you may have missed, gone under your radar. Anyway, I'll talk to you guys very soon. Thank you so much for watching this. Stay spooky. Bye.